If you're a Samsung fan eagerly waiting for the upcoming One UI 7.0 update, we've got some exciting news for you. More screenshots of Samsung apps from One UI 7.0 have leaked online, and one of them is even available for download right now. In today's video, we'll dive into all the details of these new leaks, including some minor but interesting UI changes to Samsung apps like Calendar, Voice Recorder, and Calculator. Let's get into it. First up, let's talk about the Samsung Reminder app. Thanks to a leak shared by Gerwin van Giesen on X/Twitter, we got a closer look at this app's new look in One UI 7.0. And guess what? The app is actually available for download right now. That's right, you can get the Samsung Reminder app on your current Galaxy device. Whether it's the Galaxy S24 Ultra, Galaxy Z Fold 6, or others, and it works perfectly fine. So what's new with this app? The changes here are relatively minor, but they do make the app look a little more polished. You'll notice updated icons and some tweaks to the overall design. While it's not a huge overhaul, it's definitely a step in the right direction, making the app more streamlined and easier to use. Next, let's talk about the Samsung Calendar app, which seems to have received the most noticeable updates in One UI 7.0. If you've used the Calendar app before, you'll instantly spot some new features that are sure to make your life a little bit easier. For starters, the Calendar now supports new widgets that let you customize the widget background and shape. That's right, if you like to personalize your home screen, this will give you more options to make your calendar match your style. Additionally, Samsung has added new color options for full screen alarms and reminders for events, making it easier to spot important events and deadlines at a glance. These are small changes, but they show that Samsung is continuing to refine the user experience on their devices. Whether you're tracking appointments or setting reminders, these improvements will make a difference. Moving on to the Samsung Voice Recorder app. If you're someone who uses the voice recorder frequently, you'll be happy to know that the app has received a bit of a makeover. The interface now looks cleaner, with some of the UI elements moved around to make it more intuitive. For example, the list of recordings now shows the time and date on the left side of the screen, while the play button is now encircled and located on the right side. These small tweaks help make the app feel more modern and user-friendly. It's not a huge redesign, but it's definitely an improvement over the previous version. Finally, let's talk about the Samsung Calculator app. While the leak didn't highlight as many changes here as with the other apps, the Calculator does get some minor adjustments in the design, making it a bit more refined. There isn't a major overhaul, but if you use the Calculator app frequently, you'll notice these small tweaks when One UI 7.0 finally rolls out. Now, if you're eager to try out these apps before One UI 7.0 officially launches, you're in luck. As mentioned earlier, the Samsung Reminder app is available for download right now. If you want to try it, you can head over to the APK Mirror website, download the installation file, and manually install it on your phone. S24 Ultra in select countries, and it'll give you a chance to try out these new apps officially. Let me know in the comments if you're excited to try out these updates, and don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video helpful. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any updates about One UI 7.0 and other Samsung news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you with the next one. Now let's dive into the exciting showdown between two of the biggest heavyweights in the smartphone world, Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max and Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra. Both of these phones push the boundaries of mobile technology, offering cutting-edge features and exceptional performance. But which one takes the crown as the best big phone of 2024? Let's dive in and compare them side by side. Design. Starting with the design, both phones have distinct looks that reflect their brand identities. The iPhone 16 Pro Max stays true to Apple's iconic rectangular shape with flat sides and soft corners. This year, it features an even slimmer bezel, allowing for a larger 6.9-inch display. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra, on the other hand, keeps its sleek, curved edges and integrates the ever-popular S Pen, a feature unique to Samsung's Ultra series. Size-wise, the differences are minimal. The iPhone 16 Pro Max measures 163mm at 77.6mm, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra is slightly shorter, but a bit wider at 162.3mm at 79mm. That extra width allows room for the S Pen, which gives Samsung an edge in productivity. Apple, however, introduces something new this year, the camera control button, a capacitive touch key that allows for zooming and other camera controls with a swipe. When it comes to color options, Apple sticks with its sophisticated muted tones, white, black, natural, and the new Desert Titanium. Samsung goes for more variety with options like titanium violet and yellow. And for those ordering through Samsung's website, you get access to exclusive colors like titanium blue and green. Display. Now, onto the display. Both phones deliver top-tier screen technology. The iPhone 16 Pro Max boasts a 6.9-inch OLED display with a buttery smooth 120Hz refresh rate. As with the iPhone 15 Pro series, you also get the always-on display feature, which lowers the refresh rate to just 1 Hz when the phone is idle. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra isn't far behind with its stunning 6.8-inch AMOLED display that also supports 120Hz refresh rates and an always-on feature. One advantage Samsung brings is an anti-reflective coating, making outdoor visibility much easier in bright sunlight, something the iPhone lacks. Both displays are breathtakingly vibrant, but there are subtle differences in color. The iPhone 16 Pro Max tends to lean towards warmer yellowish tones, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra has a cooler, more tealish hue. A standout feature for the iPhone 16 Pro Max is its ability to drop its brightness to just 1 nit for easier nighttime viewing, great for late-night scrolling. Performance. Now let's talk about what's under the hood. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is powered by Apple's latest A18 Pro chip, built on a second-generation 3nm process. This makes it incredibly efficient, with significant improvements in heat dissipation and sustained performance compared to its predecessor, the A17 Pro chip. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra is no slouch either. It runs on the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, custom-tuned for Galaxy devices. While the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 performs well, especially in gaming and graphics-intensive tasks, it tends to throttle a bit sooner than Apple's A18 Pro under extreme stress. In benchmark tests, the iPhone 16 Pro Max leads in CPU performance, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra takes the edge in 3D graphics, scoring slightly higher in peak performance. However, Apple's new chip excels in long-term sustained performance, so if you're planning on pushing your phone to its limits, the iPhone may have a slight edge. Camera next. Let's discuss one of the most critical aspects of any flagship phone, the cameras. The iPhone 16 Pro Max features a 48-megapixel main sensor paired with a new 48-megapixel ultra-wide sensor and a 12-megapixel telephoto lens with 5x optical zoom. Apple has also introduced a new lens coating to minimize lens flare, addressing a common complaint in previous models. On the flip side, Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra brings its camera game with a 200-megapixel main camera, a 50-megapixel zoom lens, a 10-megapixel telephoto camera with 3x zoom, and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide sensor. Samsung has packed in more megapixels, but remember, megapixels aren't everything. The iPhone tends to produce more natural-looking photos, whereas the Galaxy S24 Ultra sometimes leans into oversaturation, delivering more vibrant images. In low-light photography, both phones perform exceptionally well, but Samsung's larger sensor can capture more detail in some scenarios. For video, the iPhone takes the crown with its 4K recording at 120 frames per second, ideal for capturing stunning slow-motion footage. While Samsung's camera app offers tons of customization, Apple's new camera control button provides a more intuitive experience for videographers. Battery life and charging. In terms of battery life, the iPhone 16 Pro Max packs a 4,685 mAh battery, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra edges it out with a 5,000 mAh battery. Both phones are more than capable of lasting through a day of heavy use, but Samsung's slightly larger battery may give it a slight advantage. When it comes to charging, Samsung takes the lead. The Galaxy S24 Ultra supports 45-watt wired charging compared to the iPhone's 20-watt charging speed. Samsung also has reverse wireless charging, which allows you to charge other devices like earbuds on the back of your phone, something Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max doesn't offer. Software. Lastly, let's compare software. Both iOS and One UI are polished, mature operating systems, but they offer different user experiences. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is a fantastic choice. But if you're looking for more customization options, better charging speeds, and love the idea of an S Pen, Galaxy S24 Ultra might be the perfect phone for you. Ultimately, both of these phones are top-tier devices with a ton to offer. Whichever one you choose, you're getting a powerful, feature-packed smartphone that will keep you ahead of the curve in 2024.